Today we are going to talk about how you can find the theme of any piece of literature you're reading. The theme is a literary work's primary purpose. It is the central idea of a piece of literature, which is why it's so important that you know how to find it. There are a few different ways you can think about theme. First of all, it is the life lesson the author wants you to take away from the literature. It is universal. That is, it is bigger than just the characters in the literature. It applies to real life. And the theme is the message the author wants you to learn about mankind. Let's think about this in terms of the theme from The Lion King. The theme of The Lion King is bigger than Simba having to go back to rule his kingdom, because that is about the character only. Rather, the theme of The Lion King is about people living up to their responsibilities because they are needed by the people around them. That theme is universal and applicable to real life. Let's look at what a theme is and what a theme is not. A theme is not a subject, such as love, but rather a theme is an idea about that subject. A theme is not a fact, it is an opinion. A theme is not obvious, like it's good to be fair, but rather a theme is a more abstract, interesting idea. There can be more than one theme found in a piece of literature, and you must always make sure that you are able to support your theme. So first of all, make the point that you are making about the theme. Provide some evidence from the literature. This can be a quote or example to back up the theme, and then give an explanation of that evidence supporting your point. So where and how do you find a theme in the literature you're reading? First of all, you can look to see what happens to the main character in the story. How do they change? Are they an admirable character or not an admirable character? Do you want to follow in their footsteps or learn from their mistakes? Secondly, you can watch for statements of theme at the end of the book or the story. There are sometimes meaningful conclusions about mankind or lessons in life written right at the end of a story. Thirdly, you can look for clues in the title. This won't always work, but if you think of a novel such as To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, you can think about when the killing of a mockingbird was talked about in the novel. What was going on at the time? What was referred to? This can point you in the direction of the theme. And lastly, you can look at the main conflict in the story. What forces are pitted against one another, and why? And who won? Here are some steps for you to follow to help you write your statement of theme. Be sure you're finished reading the text before you start looking for your theme. The first thing you want to do is create a list of topics from the ideas that appear in the text. Then pick a topic from your list and write a sentence about what you think the author believes about that topic. After that, cross out the words "the author believes that" from your sentence. Make your topic universal, and you have your theme. Let's go through this process together using the Lion King example that was discussed earlier. If I was going to create a list of words or topics that come from the movie The Lion King, I might list things such as ruler, rule kingdom, power, responsibility, help others. Next, if I'm going to write a statement about what I think the author believes, I might write that the author believes that Simba goes back to rule his kingdom because he has responsibilities to the people in his kingdom that he wants to live up to. So lastly, if I take out the first few words that say the author believes, and I turn the idea into one that's universal or can apply to anyone, my statement of theme might read, people must live up to their responsibilities because they are needed by the people around them. As you can see, there are many different ways to find the theme in the piece of literature that you're reading. Don't be afraid to dig into it and have some fun.